This morning I contacted the CDF, General Hurley, to advise that the government places the highest priority on protecting the integrity and the independence of the Australian Defence Forces. I advised that in order to avoid any suggestion or perception being promoted for whatever purposes about the role of the ADF in Operation Sovereign Borders, that at my initiative and without being requested or without any issue being raised with me, I will be drawing a clear line between the operational and more general components of this briefing. To this end, I'll be inviting General Campbell to provide his report, and then he will take a few questions on that report before he departs the briefing. I will then be available to address any or all of the other questions as appropriate, and as the Minister responsible for Operation Sovereign Borders.
Was it your request or the request of anyone in the ADF or the CDF that your part of the briefing be seen to be separate from the Minister having to answer political questions? Has there been concern within ADF ranks about the appearance of a blurring between your role as a senior officer and your role as someone who seems to be in support of a political agenda?
The Minister raised it with the CDF.
And the CDF did not raise it with the Minister?
It was the Minister who raised it with the CDF.
And have there been concerns within the ranks of the ADF, as far as you're aware?
I am unaware of those. It's self-initiated. The Minister raised it with the CDF. He advised me of this morning.
Since the commencement of Operation Sovereign Borders on September 18, following the swearing-in of the new government, there has been a 79.3% reduction in illegal arrivals by boat to Australia, compared to the 8-week period immediately prior to the establishment of Operation Sovereign Borders. In the 8 weeks prior to Operation Sovereign Borders, there were 3,406 illegal arrivals by boat, not including crew. In the 8 weeks since, there has been 707 arrivals, not including crew. The pre-Operation Sovereign Borders comparison period falls wholly within the post-July 19 period, during which the previous government's RRA arrangements were in place. Another aspect of our operations is to support voluntary returns. In addition to more than 80 involuntary returns, there have been more than 100 voluntary returns since the commencement of Operation Sovereign Borders. I also wish to once again commend the Government of Indonesia for their tremendous cooperation in driving disruption efforts within Indonesia. More than 1,200 people have been prevented coming to Australia by our partners in Indonesia.